Alright guys, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all keeping safe. Now yesterday I covered the Langley Reports, 10 new comms found within the Collectibles tab. Now in that video I went through all the evidence that would suggest these reports may have something to do with the CIA and quite possibly point towards a Division 3 outside of the US. There was a sprinkle of speculation in there, of course. Now the most significant evidence came from a data miner on Reddit who provided a vague overview of what these reports are. Well, it just so happens that today, that same Redditor has revealed all of the data mined comms and posted them. Today then, I'm going to go through them, and it goes without saying, if true, this will be a huge spoiler for many, so that's your spoiler warning. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to keep up to date with all of the videos. And let's start. So guys, here is the Reddit post. Now, just like yesterday's video, I'm going to blur out or black out the name of the Redditor, just in case they don't want to be included in this video this publicly, although they are posting on a public forum. But, you know, we know how devs are and stuff, so just to kind of get rid of that stuff and make sure that nothing comes back on them, at least from my video, that will be blurred out. But with that said, and with this spoiler warning that I gave you, let's go through what they have to say. So it says, hi all, I'm back again. This time let's talk about the newly added collectible collection, the Langley Reports, and this time I'm going to jump right into it. No intros or anything like that, so if you want to avoid spoilers now, will be good. Note, Sarah is the President's aide. If you don't know who she is exactly, she appeared in other comm sets as well, including Government and Profile President Ellis. Also, there's some words I cannot comprehend, so I use unintelligible as a placeholder, but that shouldn't prevent you from understanding the whole sentence. Anyway, let's get to it then. So for the first comm, it is post-Green Poison Africa situation. So if you watched my video yesterday, I believe all of these comms are basically the green poison situation across the world. And so each comm will be for a different place. So it says, Sarah, status update: with such a low population density and already unintelligible government support structures across many African nations, much seems to remain largely unchanged. Ellis, I don't give a flying F about Africa. Why are you even briefing me about that? We've got to make sure that YouTube don't hear me swear, otherwise demonetized. Sarah, it's my job, sir. Ellis, well, stop briefing me on a continent with virtually no geopolitical significance. What the S would we even do about Africa? Sarah, care, sir. You know, I still have family there, sir. So, there we go. Sarah has family in Africa. Number 2, post-Green Poison Mexico situation. Status update, synced with Mexican Ambassador Arturo Lechuga. I probably said that wrong. Major urban areas are decimated and rural areas and Baja Peninsula are fine. Well, Sarah, I guess we should take a vacation at ? Not funny, sir. Ellis, lighting up the world's effed wherever we liked it or not, whether we liked it or not. And that's the end of the Mexico situation. So I can't say at the moment really there's anything revealing. Number 3, post-Green Poison Canada situation. Sarah, status update, sync with Canadian intelligence. Major urban areas are decimated and Canada's National Emergency Strategic Stockpile has been activated. Most the western half of the country has dodged the worst of it. Rural BC, note British Columbia, is mostly unscathed. Ellis, I'm sensing a theme here, Sarah. Live out BFE, note bacterial filtration efficiency, you are probably fine. Sarah, yes sir, that seems to be correct. Ellis, who chuckles, those S of B preppers aren't going to let anyone live this down. Sarah, that's the least of their concerns, sir. Moving on to number 4. Post-Green Poison Russia situation. Sarah, status update, synced with agent stationed outside Moscow. Despite the major effort to contain the spread, criminal enterprises thwarted at the quarantines just enough to ensure the containment failed. Ellis, I hope that bare-chested buffoon suffered. Sarah, I'm not sure that's pertinent, sir. Ellis, I don't give an F. He's a menace to stability and peace. Number 5, post-Green Poison Japan situation. Sarah, status update. Immediate quarantine sat in place and major points of ingress in Japan were quickly shut down. While this prevented the spread of the virus, food and supply shortages have been causing havoc. Fishing continues. Communities are pitching in to fill the sharp fall. Ellis, must be nice to be an island nation. Sarah, I'm not sure starvation is better than the virus, sir. Ellis, I am. This is a plague of biblical proportion. Sarah, it's not a plague, sir. Ellis, stop being so goddamn pedantic. Number 6, post-Green Poison India situation. Sarah, status update. Report from our ambassador at India. Widespread outbreak and nearly complete social and economic collapse following its wake. Major population centre has been devastated by the virus. Ellis, India, ? Why the F am I going to be worried about India now? Have you seen the state of this place? Sarah, the nuclear weapons, sir. Ellis, what about them? Sarah, India has them. If the government collapses and it can't protect their stockpile, that's an issue for us and really everyone. Post-green poison EU situation. Sarah, status update, official report from the EU. Despite political paralysis around committing people to quarantine, many European countries have weathered the outbreak well. Healthcare systems manage treatments and they show high rate of success at treating the symptoms. And it sounds like a load of socialist BS. Sarah, the numbers don't lie, sir. That said, the collapse of their trading partners has significantly impacted the urban centres with service economies. Okay, EU. Moving on to number 8, post-green poison Middle East situation. Sarah, status update. As expected, not much in the way of information. Global economic trade collapse seems like it has an outside impact on the Middle East. OPEC, which is Organisation of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, are actively looking to trade crew, stockpiles for critical medicines and supplies. Ellis, well, that's a damn good thing we restarted drilling in ANWR, the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Would have been worse if we had to trade for oil. Sarah, sir, ANWR drilling operation has been completely halted since the outbreak. Ellis, why the hell would they stop? Sarah, I believe they experienced difficulty drilling without sufficient staff. Number 9, post-green poison Asia situation. Sarah, status update, reports out of Asia have been mixed. Economic devastation and catastrophic loss of life have been reported across the continent. Many regions seem to be largely untouched as well. Chinese authorities claim the situation is under control, but satellite imagery show heavy population migration out of urban areas. Ellis, mix how? What are we talking about? Sarah, initial news out to larger metropolitan areas show devastating viral spread, but some Asia countries have had little issue in rapid quarantine procedures. This is sounding like 2020 to me. Ellis, so are you saying that human rights abuses have their benefits? Sarah, not at all, sir. I'm simply stating that the reality that some countries have had less political backlash with strict lockdowns. And then for number 10, post-green poison Central and South American situation. Sarah, Central and South America have unintelligible relatively poorly. The breakdown in government services has factionalized the survivors, and they coalesced into warlord factions, often led by former cartels with strong regional paramilitary power. Ellis, cartels? F. Sarah, not solely, sir. Certainly without market for their products, cartels have consolidated control over regions. We have reports of violent clashes with existing governmental militaries as well. Ellis, well, that's just effing perfect. Alright, so they go on to say, so you done with the reading? ? Good, let's take a look at this. You see, the COMMS set is about the post-green poison world situation report, and since the only intelligence agency in the US operates abroad is the famous and infamous CIA, of course it's named Langley Report. Only CIA can still feed intel to the POTUS when everything is effed. Now, before we get into it, I want to say that this set has been in game for quite a while now, probably more than a year. IRC, I first discovered it back when Camp White Oak and Manning National Zoo update, but it got removed from the files later and reappeared with season files. I don't know why they decided to reposition it in season 4. Guess I never know, but judging from the crazy world we're living in right now with COVID, I guess they just want to play it safe, and you know what I mean. But enough with that, let's talk about the world in the division. According to the reports, it's clear that West Europe survived the outbreak and still holding on while Russia failed at containing the mess. Probably Russia has turned into a bigger DZ if you ask me. Africa is pretty much back to Stone Age. Most of Asia countries have withered the disease and some repercussions, but they managed to survive as well. However, Japan is on the brink of collapse. If they can't deal with the steep decline of food production, famine will devastate this island country. India is pretty much FUBAR. The most concerning problem would be their nukes and not them. Middle East just being Middle East, still trying to use oil to buy everything. Central and South America are pretty much wildlands now. Yes, pun intended, but no ghosts will help them this time. Mexico survived as well. The border control does not get the job done, I guess, but major cities are gone. Population fled to rural areas to avoid the GP. Canada survived pretty good, just like how Ellis put. Canada's preppers aren't nut jobs. The other interesting part is Ellis really isn't a suitable person for POTUS. Throughout the conversation, you can see he's not going to be a good president anyway. Guess puppets are just puppets when it comes to the real deal. He's no good. Thank fate again for taking him out the picture. Incompetent president is incompetent. And this wraps up everything about Langley Report. Happy New Year, agents. Stay safe and stay warm. So, yeah, I mean, at least from what I can tell, reading through this, if there is going to be a Division 3 and it might be in a different location, then it's quite possible that a lot of these places could be used as that, as we said, from Russia as a large dark zone. My initial reaction was that for number 10, the Central and South American situation, this appeared to be the only place that talked about factions, it talked about cartels, it talked about taking over existing governmental militaries, etc., etc., and that would kind of fit into how the Division plays out currently. So if I had to guess, I would say that if we are getting a Division 3, it's going to be somewhere in Central or South America. With that said, we just don't know. We don't know what all of this stuff is leading up to, why, as the Redditor said, why this was added in for Season 4. And again, we don't know where we're getting this from. This is either going to come from the prime target, Fail Out, when we're doing that mission, or it's going to come from Nightmare, codename Nightmare. And if you think about it, Nightmare, that word, would be a good word to describe the global situation in terms of the green poison. So it does kind of fit in there. So it's quite possible that this will come from codename Nightmare. We just don't know yet. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I know there was a lot of talking, but hopefully you guys can get your speculation and stuff and get it down in the comments down below. If you don't want to put it in the comments down below, but you still want to reach out to me, then please head on over to my Twitter and you can DM me there with speculation or whatever really you want to DM me with, or you can just tweet at me. I don't mind. And that's it. Hopefully you all have a good new year. And until next year, Epic out.